Hello boys. So today we're gonna be doing an oil change on this majestic WR250R, the one, the only, the legendary dual sport. So I'm doing this for preparing my 10,000 kilometer North Cap trip from central France to northern Sweden. It's gonna be mostly roads, so 90% roads and 10% off-road. So yeah, today I'm gonna be doing the oil change, oil filter change. So these are the tools that we're gonna be using for the oil change. A 12 millimeter for the oil drain plug, a 8 millimeter for the 3 screws for the oil filter housing. This is specific to my bash plate. It's a H4, it's a hex 4 with a small ratchet and an extension because as you see on this side, you're gonna be needing an extension because this bolt is right behind the brake lever, so you're gonna have to push down the brake lever and then unscrew this. I preemptively bought some washers for the oil drain plug, because I don't know the state of the washer that's already in there. I went with the high flow 140. It's the same as the OEM filter for the WR250R, and some WD-40 oil. 2 1-liter bottles, because with the oil filter change we need 1.4 liters of oil. Maybe we're not gonna put the full 1.4 liters because it depends on how much there's still in the bike after we drain it. Some gloves, because every time I do anything mechanic I end up hurting my hands and they become so disgusting. Some other tools just in case for, yeah. So let's start doing this. So let's start with removing the bash plate. These are some So why I wanted to remove the bash plate for doing the oil change is because they obviously leave a hole for the oil drain plug, but every time you do this you're gonna make a mess and oil is gonna stay there. And yeah, it's better to remove the bash plate, make everything clean, and avoid some bad smells when the bike gets hot. So now we're gonna start the bike, run it for a few minutes, then we will drain the oil. So let's start the bike for a few minutes so that oil is hot. I don't have a bike stand, so I'm using the pole to lean the bike against it with the kickstand out for safety. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off the bike. Just needed to turn it on for a few minutes so the engine is not too hot, but the oil is viscous enough to go all down. Forgot to mention just before, we need something to drain the oil into, so I cut this old coolant container, and yeah, it's already been used for draining an oil from cars before. It's a thing that you can reuse because you'll be opening this to drain the oil from this into the recycling container. Yeah, already dirtied out my hands before even putting in the gloves, huh? I'm not gonna remove the oil filler cap before, just to limit the flow. I don't want it to go everywhere. So I want to thank the previous owner for tightening the hell out of the drain plug. I have never had luck with drain plugs on any vehicles that I've owned. So, quick tip. If you have a oil drain bolt that has been tightened by, let's say, a special person, this is the solution. I have done it twice and it has worked twice. Impact gun. So the oil capacity of the WR250R is 1.4 liters if you're doing the filter change, and 1.3 liter if you're keeping the old filter. I'm gonna be using some Castrol Power One 10W40, so I'm gonna be putting one of these 1 liter bottles and 200 milliliters of this one, and running the engine and checking the sight glass to see if I need to add some oil or not. So after putting on the new oil, we're gonna turn the bike on for a few minutes so that the oil circulates, and we're gonna check the sight glass if it's in the correct level.